Welcome back to the deep dive. Have you ever stopped to think, really think, about how a life can take such sharp, unexpected turns?
Especially when it's all happening under that constant public spotlight.
Exactly. And how someone can be, both this huge symbol of glamour and this incredibly strong political
It's
force.
quite a paradox, isn't it?
It really is. Today, we're diving deep into the life of Jayalalithaa. She's a figure who truly fits that description, a multi-hyphenate.
Absolutely. Actress, dancer, and then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, India. 6 times.
6 times.
Yeah.
Our main guide for this is a biography, Jayalalithaa, Iron Lady of Tamil Nadu. It gives a really rich picture of her journey.
Yeah, it's quite detailed.
So our mission today, we want to unpack the key moments, the defining traits of her life. We'll look at her resilience, her charisma,
And the undeniable impact she had.
on millions.
Yeah, millions. We're exploring how she went from being one of South India's biggest movie stars to this powerful political leader. Everyone knew her as Amma.
Right, Mother. So get ready. This story's got some surprising twists, incredible comebacks, and it gives you a real look at someone who handled both the glamour of cinema and the hard reality of governing.
And left behind a legacy that's, it's complex. People still talk about it, debate it.
Definitely. Okay, so let's start at the beginning. Jayalalithaa was born February 24th, 1948, in Melukote, into a Tamil Brahmin family.
Which is interesting, given, the path she eventually took, kind of traditional background for a very unconventional life.
True. And her early life had challenges. Lost her father young, mostly raised by her mother, Sandhya, who actually became an actress herself later on. But Jayalalithaa was, by all accounts, brilliant. Went to Bishop Cotton Girls High School, then Church Park Convent. Super intelligent.
And fluent in so many languages. Tamil, Telugu, Kannada, English, Hindi.
Incredible. And here's the first big pivot. She wanted to be a lawyer. Really smart, top of her class.
Yeah, I have a scholarship offer, I believe.
Exactly. But her mother persuaded her, maybe pushed her into films at just 16.
Wow, 16. That's young to give up on a dream like law.
It is. So this bright student dreaming of law courts suddenly finds herself on a film set. What do you make of that kind of, forced change, especially seeing where she ended up?
Well, what's really compelling, I think, is that initial reluctance. It wasn't her dream.
Right.
But she didn't just go along with it. She quickly dominated, completely took over the film industry. And that kind of sets a pattern, doesn't it?
How so?
This ability to master whatever arena she was put in, even if it wasn't her first choice. It shows this inherent resilience, this commanding presence that we see again and again later.
Yeah, dominate is the right word. That film career, despite her maybe not wanting it at first, it just took off. We're talking 1961 to 1980.
A solid couple of decades.
Her lead debut was at 16, like you said, Chinetta Gombe in Canada in 1964, then Venira Adai in Tamil the very next year.
And she ended up in what, over 140 films?
Over 140, across Tamil, Telugu, Canada. And she became the top actress, highest paid in South India through the 60s and 70s.
So what was it? Just looks? Or something more? How did she become such a phenomenon so fast?
Well, it seems like a mix of things. She was undeniably beautiful, had classical dance training that she used in her roles.
Okay, so talent was definitely there.
Yeah, and this magnetic screen presence. But maybe the biggest factor, her pairing with MG Ramachandran, MGR.
MGR, that partnership was legendary, wasn't it?
Absolutely. Over 25 films together. Huge hits like Ayarathil Oravan, Engavitu Pillai, both from 65, Adi My Pen in 69, Tharivanda Mapalai 70, Surigandi 73.
These weren't just movies, they were cultural events. They kind of created this idealized image of them both, didn't they?
Totally. And that experience, understanding mass appeal, managing a public image and entertainment.
You can see how that might have been useful later on.
Yeah.
Unexpectedly valuable.
It's hard to fathom being at the absolute peak of one super demanding career, a huge star,
Right.
and then just switching gears completely into something even more public, arguably way more demanding, politics.
Yeah. How did that early success, that, intense public adoration, how did that set her up for what came next?
Because what came next was this whole other transformation, her political rise.
Okay, so chapter 2, really. From the silver screen to the political arena.
Exactly. She gets into politics in the early 80s, and who's her mentor?
MGR himself?
MGR himself, who was by then Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu. and founder of the AIADMK party.
And her rise in the party, it wasn't slow, was it? It was pretty quick.
Incredibly quick. By 83, she's the AIADMK's propaganda secretary. Then 84 to 89, she's in the Rajya Sabha.
The upper house of parliament. So a national stage, that's significant. It wasn't just MGR pulling strings. She must have been showing real political skill even then.
Had to be. And then comes the really dramatic moment. MGR dies in 1987.
And that just throws everything up in the air, right? Huge power vacuum.
Totally. A massive power struggle erupts within the AIADMK. And you have to remember, this is still a very male-dominated world.
Absolutely. Politics in India at that time especially.
But against all odds, Jayalalithaa emerges. She becomes the supreme leader of the party, consolidates power, commands this incredible loyalty.
It's a critical turning point. How did she pull that off? Consolidating power like that so decisively after her mentor's death.
Well, her ability to unite the party then, it says a lot, doesn't it? About her strategy, her resilience.
And crucially, her existing popularity. It wasn't just leftover acting fame. She'd already built a connection, right? Through films, yes, but also those early political roles.
Right. And her speeches, people talk about her powerful oratory skills.
Yeah, she could really connect with the masses directly.
Yeah.
Prove she was her own force, not just, riding MGR's coattails.
And that's when she gets the title Parachita Levi.
Revolutionary leader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that title really stuck, solidified her image as this strong, independent figure.
And that strong leadership takes her into the next big phase, chief minister, marked by, welfare, controversy, and those amazing comebacks.
An astonishing 6 times she served as chief minister between 1991 and 2016.
List the periods, 91 to 96. Then 2001, but only briefly until she was disqualified.
Oh, yes, the first disqualification.
Then 2002 to 2006, 2011 to 2014, 2015 to 2016, and then again, May to December 2016.
That's, wow. An incredible span of time holding that much power and responsibility shows real staying power.
And what really defined those terms?
Welfare schemes.
Yeah.
Unquestionably. That became her signature. She rolled out so many programs that touched people's everyday lives.
Like the Amma canteens, those are famous.
Exactly. Super subsidized good food. And Amma water, Amma salt. Affordable essentials. Plus big pushes in infrastructure, urban development, and a lot of pro-women policies too.
And these weren't just policies, were they? They created something else.
Oh, definitely. They earned her that title, Amma, mother, from her supporters. It forged this incredibly personal bond.
So she wasn't just politician. She literally became mother to millions through these schemes.
Precisely. It wasn't just policy. It was maybe a masterclass in creating a direct emotional link with voters. Yeah. State welfare became almost like personal devotion, cemented her image as Amma, the provider. And that bond, that direct connection was maybe key to her lasting power, even when things got tough.
And things did get tough. We have to talk about the other side too. The controversies, the legal battles.
Right. No deep dive is complete without that. She faced several allegations of corruption throughout her career, drew a lot of scrutiny.
The big one being the disproportionate assets case.
Yes. That became this long, drawn-out, highly public legal fight. Allegations of having wealth way beyond her known income. It really defined a whole chapter for her.
And it led to, a really dramatic moment.
It did. In 2014, she was actually convicted, briefly jailed. And under Indian law, that meant immediate disqualification as chief minister.
Must have seemed like the absolute end for her politically.
Too many, yes.
Yeah.
But what happened next was just incredible. The comeback.
Tell us about it.
Well, she appealed the conviction. In 2015, she was acquitted, cleared. And then she comes back and wins the 2016 state elections with a landslide.
Wow. Making her the first Tamil Nadu CM since MGR to get reelected consecutively.
Exactly. That whole sequence, conviction, jail, disqualification, acquittal, massive win. It's such a powerful story of resilience. And it also shows the depth of her public support, right?
Absolutely. Think about that pressure. Convicted, jailed, and then not just bouncing back, but winning big. What kind of, fortitude does that take?
Immense fortitude. And it really speaks volumes about the loyalty she inspired, that connection we talked about.
So that brings us toward the final chapter, the end of an era and her legacy.
Yeah, the final chapter starts in September 2016. She's admitted to Apollo hospitals in Chennai. Fever, dehydration was the initial report.
But her health became this huge public concern, didn't it? And there was a lot of secrecy around it.
There was a lot of speculation. Then tragically, she passed away December 5, 2016. Cardiac arrest.
And the reaction.
Just this massive outpouring of grief across Tamil Nadu, across India, really. Huge crowds, widespread mourning. It was a profound moment.
She was buried with full state honors, right next to MGR at Marina Beach.
Underscoring that deep connection between them, right to the very end.
Her impact is just undeniable. Still one of the most powerful women in Indian political history, the Iron Lady of Tamil Nadu.
That name really captures something about her. Her political life was marked by that resilience, the charisma, yes, but also controversy and that incredible math appeal.
And she still inspires strong feelings, doesn't she? Both admiration and debate.
Absolutely. And that's what's striking about her legacy. It's celebrated for her administration, those welfare schemes.
Right.
But it's also critically looked at because of the controversies that never really went away.
Yeah.
It shows how complex she was. Not just a hero, not just a villain, something much more layered.
And her story lives on, doesn't it, in popular culture?
Oh, yeah. Biopics like The Levy with Kangana Ranaut,
Yeah.
web series, books. People were still fascinated, still trying to understand her life. Actress and powerful politician.
It really makes you think, how do we reconcile someone like that? Glamorous star, ama to millions, but also this controversial figure.
What does it tell us about leadership, about power, about how we perceive our leaders?
So, as we wrap this up, we've traced this incredible journey, bright student wanting to be a lawyer, to huge film star, to 6-time chief minister, leaving this massive mark on Tamil Nadu.
The story of transformation, definitely, resilience, and just this intense public life she led.
Yeah.
And it may be a final thought for you listening out there. We often want clear heroes and villains, but Jayalalitha's life just wasn't like that. It defies easy labels.
Sure.
Her story kind of forces us to grapple with complexity, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The huge popularity and real public service could exist alongside serious controversy.
Right. Makes you ask fundamental questions.
Yeah. Like what really shines a leader? And how much are we, the public, willing to forgive or overlook if we feel we're getting progress or welfare in return? It's a question that definitely outlives her.
A lot to think about there. A truly remarkable, complex figure